Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, for today, I prepared another map discovery or vintage map discovery ASMR. This time, it's about the city of New Haven. New Haven. And this map, it's very old. Particularly, it's related to then 1638. And I think this is related to the period when New Haven was a small English colony in Connecticut. It was between 1638 until 1664, with some outposts in New York and New Jersey, Pennsylvania and Delaware. So, founded by the Reverend John Davenport and the Theophilus Eaton. And here is a site, a state to be governed by order and beauty. And this is the motto. Well, again, this map has on its sides some very interesting stories related to the cities. So let's start and discover them. Good. Well, first, it's New Haven fortified, 1676, and here it's a graphic of how the city planned from the sea, view from the sea. And below it's the lighthouse point. Okay, and here it's a statistics related to schools in the area. Well, from my view here, this text is too small to be read, and what I see here is schools in New Haven, high school, trade school, and so on. The next image is related to the Fort Hale ruins. So, New Haven in 1748. This side from Watts Road to Pap, it's just an area here. So, down it's related to the Grove Street Cemetery. Okay, I think there are some tombstone, maybe the statistics. Tombstone statistics and grave statistics, maybe. Okay, so if you are from New Haven, please correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't know so many about this city. So if I make some mistakes, they're not so on purpose. Right, 1837, old college fence. Okay, it's related about the fence of the college, and there are some students sitting on it. And here it's year 1837, and here it's 1888. I believe it's 8 or 9. I believe it's 1888. Next down it's the Pierpont House, built in 1764, used as British hospital. British hospital. Okay, but nearby also there is another frame with a map. And it's about Yale University. Yale University in New Haven. So there are just a few blocks here. So this is how the university campus looked back then. I don't know which the year is. Here is the United States flag, the American flag, and I think it's the university flag, Yale University. One of the most prestigious universities in the United States, by the way. I think everybody knows that. Good. Now then, we have the Yale College, 1717. And here are some inserts. Okay, here is a legend about this map here, this frame map. And the streets, I believe, the buildings number which are defined here and explained. But what I can see here, it's Yale Press, but it's building, I believe, number 4. Well, I don't know which is the position of number 4. Okay. Oh, this one is, I believe, number 4. So this should be the Yale Press. Center Church, I think this is building number 1. And this is number 1, I believe. Well, very interesting. Depicted. Okay. And here it's West Rocks, New Haven, and East Rock. So here we have number 1 Yale Mason Laboratory, Sterling, okay. very nice graphics. Next we have the Judge Cave. Well, these lines here, sentences, are too small to be read. And on this side of the map it's the State House of the Green from 1829 to 1889. Well, I don't know if this is the build year 1829 or what are these 2 years, what are representing. So maybe if you're someone that live in New Haven, please correct me. And we have here boat, steamboat, steamer, 1787. And there are the points of interest. I think it's related to the map, to the entire map, which we're gonna study it right away. But now let's return to the side stories. Well, so it's Century Park. Up, I think it's a bigger map, bigger picture of the area. Press-Styles map of British attack. Well, this is when built before New Haven to become a British colony. Up there is someone on its knee, and there are 2 soldiers. Maybe this one, it's a commander. Quimpak 1600. The Desert Small. Rejoice. So the first settlers landed here in 1638. I think that's the year when maybe the city was founded. Here is a fountain. And up it's signatures to deed of sales of New Haven. The last slave sale held on Green, 1829. Town stock used on Green daily. Good. Now let's take a look over the map. Oh, I don't know if this is how the city looked at 1638 or later. And in the south there is a bay and a port. And here we have a very nice big sail ship, which has on its sails depicted 1689, I believe. Plansom ship. Willing vessels used to use this harbor, and we are in the port or harbor. So this is the area of the old harbor. What we can can identify here. Okay, a railroad train track, and we have the Union Station that it is, or it was, located in the pier, near the piers of the harbor. And here we have another railroad line that I think it was used for transportation goods from the harbor. And another one that, this is something odd, why it's the line under the streets. I presume, or maybe when they printed this, they printed first the line and then over they draw the streets. We can see some streets names like Davenport, Conres, Clowns, and even some small ones. Hard to read from my position. And here is the city center. Oh, a pilgrim. A pilgrim Isaac Allerton lived here 1646. So, right here at the Orange State and Water Streets, there is a building, I think, that maybe a pilgrim named Isaac Allerton lived in 1646 to 1659. That should be checked up. So good. And here is the city center with some, this is a church, I believe. It looks like a church. It has very tall towers. And they are so designed, and here are some red buildings. I think they are made out of bricks at that time. And that will mean that, well, they're well designed by the British, maybe, because they use the red bricks. They're very associated with Victorian design, architecture. And here we have the New Haven Hospital. Okay. Okay, we have a green area here. Maybe it's a park. Let's check out. No, I think it's a. It looks like a graveyard, a cemetery. I don't know. This looks like some tombstones. Maybe if I'm wrong. And here again. Yes, it's evergreen. Wow. It's orange oak. And definitely this is, I don't know if this is related. Derby Ave. And up there is some sort of neighborhood, but like it looks, maybe it was a lower class neighborhood. There be Ave. And you are again in the center, in the downtown. Oh, the railroad is or was crossing the downtown area, and here united with another one that it's coming from some other piers from the harbor. Alright. Oh yes, definitely this map it's it's much later on because we have a hydroplane landing. That means it's after 1900. Here's a bay, Mill River. Okay. Here's some maybe landmarks pointed with some numbers, and I believe these numbers have the legend on some of these side pictures. And here, maybe it's another park. It looks like a park because there are some unshaved, uneven alleys. So, what's here? English, this, no. Marble green, party green. And here is the river that it's flowing nearby. Okay, we have some ducks here. Or maybe gooses, I don't know. And this one looks like what is here? Bit of a sanctuary. I cannot read. Here is something interesting. The Dutch first called New Haven Rotburg. So, before the English, this was a Dutch settlement, right? Like New York. Because the entire area of New Jersey, Connecticut was not discovered, it was settled by the Dutchess back then. And New York, the first name of New York was New Amsterdam. Very interesting map, right? And we are out the city's boundaries. And here it's Lafayette visits, the General Lafayette visited New Haven in 1778 and 1824. Here it's a very graphical depiction of a train, of a locomotive and a Chicago Bull. Of course. Here the line are splitting. We have a whale tail in the river, so maybe there were whales some day in the river. And Quinnipiac. Wow, here it's something very used as a graphic back then. Some sort of sea monster. Maybe an octopus or something that will depict that it's a very dangerous area. That's why they used this kind of creatures to aware you that that area is dangerous. Another neighborhood here. And there's some bridges over the river. Here in the south. Okay, let's read what's on these marks here. Fort Hale South Mile, used for defense since 1657 or 37. I think 57. What is particularly peculiar for this map is that every mark has a year. Every mark has a year. So, for example, this one is Beacon Hill in 1779. Maybe it's the year when it was built, or maybe it's the year when it was depicted on the map or appeared on the map. And Old Indian burying ground. Oh, here it's the scale. 1 square equals 1/2 mile. This is so Americanish, right? Here we have the East Haven. The Connecticut Gazette, 1789, first newspaper in the state. Well, maybe here it's the headquarters of the building that belonged to the famous Gazette or newspaper. Oh, here we have a park. It's Fairmount Park. Small one, Fairmount Park. We are going again north of the downtown, and very interesting. The railroad line is crossing maybe some sort of important buildings here. The Farmington Canal followed the route across Hillhouse Avenue. Again, we have a year. Oh, there are just some buildings here, but again, this because they're building some sort of landmarks, because they are depicted here. And here we have again some buildings. This is a classical British architecture. Maybe it's some sort of public building of a fort. It has a central tall tower. And definitely another neighborhood, like it's planned here, because we can see that all the streets are parallel, and these are the famous American blocks. Okay, in here we have town, post for court, records, still on green. And here maybe it's a lighthouse tower. And we are in the northwest. Northwest Rock Park. And to Bethany Airdrome. This is an airdrome here. And this is how they graphicized. They dropped a plane. Westwheel. I don't know what this is. It doesn't look like something. It's numbered with N. I think maybe it's one of the schools because we have here it's M, N, or H. Maybe it's this one. Nordkins Grammar. Founded in a year. Maybe it's that one. It's related to schools. Here we have some numbers on the building, so definitely they are in the legend. On the side of the map. Another park or green area. And here we have a big tall building like it's here presented without anything on it, so we don't know what kind of landmark is. And here this looks like a small church. Definitely this is a church because there's a crossover on the top of its tower. Now we are going to the other side of the northeast. We were here, and here at the entrance there is I don't know what is here. I don't know. Maybe you can read. I can't. Alright, so there were a few landmarks related to the New Haven. Okay, very interesting map. So, well, I like very much this kind of ASMR video with discovering some old vintage maps because every map has its own secrets that are waiting to be unveiled. So I hope you enjoy this like the last time. So maybe this one. I don't know very much about the history of New Haven, so if you have some more details, please use the comment. Leave a comment below. I'm very eager to find out details about this city. Thank you very much for watching, and if you viewed to this point, if you have enjoyed this video, please, if you are not subscribed, do it now. It will encourage me very much to make more content like this.